Yes. Okay. Hello, everybody. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you hear us? I hope we're not echoing. Abi, I'm doing the echo.
You are doing the echo.
All right.
Good evening and welcome back to Common Sense for Relationships. It is a pleasure to be with you once again. My name is Anietie Bature and this is my husband.
Kingsley Bature. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Now maybe this. Yeah.
And on this channel we bring you valuable information to help you make better decisions in your life and in your relationships. And we pay attention to what's happening, what's up, so we can touch on the pressing issues of our day. So before we dive into today's topic, I would like you to, if you have not yet subscribed, please just go ahead and subscribe.
This is the point where you bring out your device that you're using to see us and then press that red place or that place where you see Aniette's picture, the fine face. Just press it, boom. And then when you subscribe, there's a bell by the side. You press it, piam. And then just so that you don't miss anything that we are bringing you. And like I like to say, the program has started.
Yes.
Share it to your friends.
Yes.
To your enemies, to your frenemies, the ones that look like friends but they are backbiting you. Share them to your frenemies. Yes.
And then if you find as we go through some nuggets, some insights that you feel, hey, this is powerful, this is serious, please feel free to just maybe just do the highlight in the comments and then like so that we can make some noise about this and other people can get to experience what you are experiencing. We're also saying hi to our friends on IG. Thank you so much for joining us today.
IG is live when we are live, so they are not coming to catch up after. And please, if you're watching us for the very first time, you're joining us for the very first time, please make a comment there so that we can find you and we can applaud you and we can appreciate you. Just say hashtag first timer. And then we will just take it up from there.
Okay. All right. So our topic for today is finding the balance. So you see that, I mean, in today's Nigeria, let's start from Nigeria, and in today's world, because this issue is not peculiar to Nigeria, finance is so critical. I mean, inflation is happening everywhere at the same time.
And in case the inflation is too big and English, the cost of everything is going up. And that's the truth.
Yes. And in the midst of this, right, people still have to take care of or be involved with their families and with friends.
Yes.
So you see people having to take care of their wives, their children, their husbands, their children, their mothers and fathers, right? Extended family, and in fact, sometimes it's the community.
Sometimes it's community.
Yes. And
community.
in fact, you know that in Nigeria, if I use Nigeria as an instance, your community goes beyond blood relations.
True.
So for instance, people in your neighborhood, people in your church or your mosque or your whatever your place of worship is, will also be looking to their fellow members for support, right? So that's there. And then in the midst of all of this, we still have people who are looking to form relationships that hopefully will lead to marriage, right? And then somebody's saying, should you even start? I mean, why are you talking about marriage when you have not sorted out finance? And so on and so forth.
There's always been that ever continuing argument about finance.
Yes. So the question now,
without no finance,
no romance.
we actually have a video on that, and you can check it out and see the views that were raised and the concepts that were discussed and the things that could help you in there. But we're looking at the reality of if you're in Nigeria, fuel subsidy has gone, meaning the cost of petrol has gone up. Have you tried to look for house recently? I made that mistake. I went around recently, and the cost of houses everywhere has gone up. So it is like you're thinking, the last year my landlord increased rent. Is he going to increase rent this year again? The landlord, please, if you are hearing, if you are watching us, please don't increase rent. Well, because everything is going up. The only thing that is not moving is people's salary. I mean, they increase your own. Not yet. We are hoping. You don't understand. So this, with this reality, you are thinking, how am I going to do? How am I going to even? Should I even be considering about relationship? Maybe everybody should just stay on his own. But then the relationship will not be only boyfriend girlfriend. There are other relationships that you will have that also put a pressure on your finance, on your resources, and all of that.
Yes, so that's why we have to talk about finding the
balance. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go over to our comments and see what you all are saying, so we can say hello and hi to everyone that is online with us today. The live is here, and then of course, yes, I can see blessing. Hello, it's good to see you again. Thanks for joining the show today. And Kingsley Effiong says, hey Wendy, welcome. Okay, so Kingsley, yes, thanks for keeping the conversation going in the background there. And I can also see Wendy, welcome. And I can see, yes, no romance, no finance. And then we have Noble.
Yes, Noble surprises.
It says house rented
just too high. Exactly.
Yes, you know, there's a way you will feeling, I think I need to move, you know, and then you just go, and by the time you ask one person, two people, one agent, two agents, you say, I think my house is actually still okay. So you think of how to improve your current space, because I mean, any decision you're making now, add agency and you know all of that.
Kingsley, it's a relationship is for the rich. Let the poor breathe. breathe.
Oh my goodness.
Let the poor breathe.
You are not serious. That's all I have to say.
Noble surprises. Hello everyone. Noble, is it your first time? The name sounds like
we are surprised by the name Noble.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing because his name is Noble Surprise.
Noble Surprise. Yeah, but surprised by the name Noble. I get it now. I get it. Noble, if it's your first time, just start hashtag first timer so we can celebrate you accordingly. Jerry says, good evening. It's another lovely Saturday. I'm really interested in today's topic, and you should be.
Yes, Jerry, we are excited about today's topic because there's just so much to get into, and we'll get to that shortly. So, okay, so we're going right back.
Yeah.
Yes, and we start where I like to begin.
Where do you like to begin?
Definition.
Oh my goodness. There we go again.
Because when we talk about finding the balance, what are you really trying to find? When we say balance, what do we really mean? And I'll just go straight. Balance, according to Oxford Dictionary,
bam, you don't be
an even distribution of weight, enabling someone or something remain upright and steady.
I hear you.
So you're talking about your life, you're talking about your relationship, you're talking about your family, you're talking about yourself, you're talking about your health, your mentality, your mental health, you're talking about, just think of whatever it is that is important to you, that you see as something that you need to keep steady, something that you need to keep upright, all right? Think about those things. Now, that's what you're trying to find the balance for. So Oxford Dictionary just makes it really clear. It says even distribution. So how are you going to distribute the weight? How are you going to move things around? How are you going to make adjustments so that you keep that core that is important to you, you keep it upright? That's the definition. So so you think about your life, you think about your job, just think about the different aspects. How do I keep the balance? Some people will say, hey, I just got a new job, but at the same time I took in, how do I manage the pressure on the job and trying to show that I am capable with the fact that I am with child, I am pregnant, and I mean that there's the health there's the demand on your body, right, and on your health. How do you manage that? Do I go all out to please my boss? What if it results in some negative impact on the pregnancy or something? So I mean, that's a balance.
Yes, that's one balance. The other balance that I also like is when you are thinking about you are going to how you are going to just survive as a promising young man, but your mother from the village will not let you breathe because they are asking, I want to see my grandchildren. And you are thinking, in this same economy where I'm trying to survive, and I need to be seen, and precious.
It's interesting that you mentioned that, because sometimes we think that when we say family, it's just your immediate family, like your wife, your children, or your husband, your children, that's where the pressure may come from. But hey, this is pressure coming for someone who is single, right? And your parents are asking, when is it going to be
is it going to be my turn?
When is the wedding?
When is it going to be my turn? When the women in the village gather, when will I also
I've been following other people for their own daughters and their own children's
wedding. When will they follow me? How will they follow me?
Quite interesting. Yes. So it's important for you to know that there is something called the balance, and we have to think about how to maintain it. So for today, we're going to focus on these three: family, finance, and friendship, because there's so much more, but we're just going to make this our focal point for today. Okay. So I would start out by saying, and please, while we are here, please just go ahead and share with us on IG, share with us on YouTube and Facebook. What is it that is critical to you? Like, what's the most important thing to you right now? Right now, what's the most important
What's
thing?
the most important to
and
you?
let's talk about between these three. Is it family? Is it finance? Is it friendship or relationship? Right? What's the most important thing to you right now?
Noble just answered on the chat. He said, "It's my first time joining live." Noble, welcome. Hey, Noble, welcome.
So imagine that you have confetti going off now, like welcome.
Why am I Jerry, you are my guy. Why are you like this? He said, avoid relationship to avoid billing.
I bet some people are going about with POS when they come into your life.
Noble says, our grandmothers now understand, though. Them too, they are understanding that things are not they are not easy like that. So he said our grandmothers now Queen Debbie says it's finance for me. It's finance. Finance is the key. Yeah, it's important.
Okay, all right. So when you think about, you wonder, why do I ask about what's most important? Because the fact is, at any point, you have to know what is most important for you at any point. And this is not like this month, this is my focus. Or this year, this is my focus. No. When it comes to your life and maintaining the balance, things are continuously shifting by the minute, by the hour, by the second. So let me give you an example. We're sitting here right now, we're having this live, and someone will say, what's the most important thing for us right now? It's having this live session. But imagine that we have an important call. Someone just calls now, tells my husband, I need to see you right now. I'm in town, and the Lord has laid it on my heart to give you $10 million.
I don't move. You can see how important it is.
He has already left. I said, what if?
What if? Not that. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
No,
so someone says, hey, I have to read this comment from IG. One of our friends on IG, Iman Jonah says, how to survive Nigeria is the most important. Iman, thank you so much for sharing. How to survive Nigeria is the most important thing for him right now.
And those are, and finding the balance is part of what helps to first of all outlast the situation.
No matter how turbulent.
No matter how turbulent. So that's what balance does. It doesn't let you sink. Do you understand? you are able
You
to
stay
stay
upright
afloat,
and you
stay
stay
upright,
steady, just
stay
like this
steady.
definition said.
Do you
yes.
understand?
Mhm.
According to that definition, you stay steady.
Mhm.
So those are one of the two tips,
Yeah.
that will be.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's look at finance, right?
Mm.
And in finance, you're looking at work, you're looking at business. But something important to note is that finance is an enabler,
Yes,
because
yes.
you may want to look at them in isolation, but the fact is that finance, what you get out of it, which is funds, money, resources, right, is an enabler. It helps to enrich the other parts of your life.
Mm.
So if you are doing well on the finance side, you can have a better quality of life, for your family, or you can do, your relationship becomes juicy. I remember that
Uh-huh.
episode that someone said that relationships are sweeter when there's money.
No, but it's true. It's true.
Because I
It's
mean,
true. See,
if I
so-
say let's go out now,
we can
the
go now.
going out is not just going to be let's walk up and down from
Mm.
the end of the street, one end to the other, and
Mm.
that's going out. No, the going out can be that. In fact, I can send you a dress, or send you something nice to put on, and then there's a chauffeur-driven car.
We don't start. Let's come back to
Which
it.
one?
Don't,
Okay.
let's not dream.
Okay,
this
but
dream.
anyway, Sha, we can go somewhere nice, listen to live music while we're eating.
No, but really, relationship. The truth is, there are certain problems that poverty causes.
Mm.
As in, just being. That's why the poor need to breathe, because there are certain problems that just being poor is what's causing the problem. The moment you are not poor again, that problem disappears. I'm telling you.
See, this thing they are saying reminds me of a post I saw on Twitter this morning.
Uh-huh.
Some guy woke up with three lines like scratches on his hand, curved.
Mm.
And then he snapped it and said, "What causes this thing?" And people were saying different things.
Winch.
Wall,
They
gecko,
don't say
winch,
winch.
what.
Yeah.
Somebody said poverty.
How that one can take concern poverty?
But that way you are poor, things will be scratching. Oh my goodness. Or maybe the conditions in your home
In
will
your home
enable
will give-
whatever. I don't know, but anyway.
So
yeah,
talking finance. Are
Yes,
you
so
going-
talking finance, you have to know that finance is a serious enabler. I think everybody knows that.
Yeah.
And you also need to know that, I mean, finance is something that affects people's identity, right? Affects people's self-worth. Because there's a way some people, when there's no money in the bank, as in, it's like hell.
You see, when
All
you
of
just
a sudden, I can't go out again. I can't hang out with my friends. People, once somebody just says something, you feel as if they're talking about you, and stuff like that. So it affects self-worth, and your self-worth affects how you're able to relate with others. So it affects whether you can even go and stand in front of anybody and be saying, "Hello, could you go out with me?" Or "You look nice," or So-
but it's poverty that turns a promising young man to a problematic young man.
a promising young man to a problematic young one. And someone will say that you're spot on, because you look at Nigeria, someone will say all the people on the streets right now, the crooks, the agberos, the yahoo, the different categories, right? How did they get there?
Yeah.
They must have started out right. They must have started out okay. And
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of the things that one of our politicians back then was emphasizing, that by the time you go into the streets, you see these people and you talk to them, you say, if I provide this and that and that, if these systems are in place, will you go away from the streets? Will you stop harassing people and stuff?
Yeah.
And all of them are like, yes, by all means.
Yeah.
So yes, you are so right
and
that poverty is what turns a promising young man to a problematic young man.
Because we see this all the time, especially with the work that one of our mentors, Dr. Tony Rapu, does with God Bless Nigeria, and we've seen it several times. And you go to the streets, when he goes out to the streets, you see all these people in the dilapidated areas where they are, the commercial sex workers and the people we call the agberos, and he's talking to them and he's asking the question, if you had a better life, would you still do this? And more often than not, the answer is, I won't do it, because I'm doing this just to even have a life, not even to talk about a better life. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So there are people in that. So for some of us, your case may not be as bad as that, but there are some people that are struggling to breathe.
Yeah.
And finding the balance is our way of just trying to tell you, you can make it.
Yes, you
you can make it.
Yes. So we'll take a few comments and then we'll come back to talk about just like 2 or 3 tips on things you can do to improve this finance side, and then we'll move over to family.
All right.
That's all right with you, Copilot?
Yeah. I'm good. I'm good. Like, I trust my
Okay.
Nobu said we go use finance to take care of the
Family
family and friends.
Exactly.
Yeah. Akinli Blessing says they always disturb talking about grandmas. Victor says, my people are hello. We hail you right back.
Victor.
Jason Tofumi say finance is the biggest because I like to be a self-reliant lady. So as a self-reliant lady, a lot of ladies who are in relationship are being seen as overbearing.
Oh,
that's the
that is in line with what this your friend said.
Who's that?
That said he doesn't want to bills.
Yes. Who was it that said? I think it was Jerry. Yes. He said avoid relationship to avoid billing. Anna Makama. Njaiyan. Hi.
Hello, Anna. It's so good to see you here.
Say, Chai, poor people no fit breathe again. Just be going. Noble surprise you said Nigerian going out now is walking tall with bottle of water. My brother, that's a very sustainable going out. It's a very sustainable.
You see, it's a tall.
It's a tall.
But you're walking.
You are walking.
And then you're drinking water.
Yes, because
like the cheapest.
Because fuel don't cost.
Oh my goodness.
These days, if you sneeze like this, debit alert. My brother, I know these things are real. You see that money pattern when you are broke. Your confidence level drops. Victor, you are so right. That as in the shoulder, you just see the shoulder. I say you walk into a grocery store and look at prices 3 times. But when pocket is loaded,
you just be picking
different vibes. You just walk in and
just
you don't even check the price.
Yes,
when pocket is loaded.
Honestly,
my brother, isn't that what shocked me? Isn't that what shocked me the other day when I got to petrol station? That's the first time I'm driving in my to go and fill my tank. And then
since they increased
they removed subsidy, that was my first time driving to go and fill the tank. I drove there and I just told the guy, fill up. The fuel attendant gave me an Enikpe moment. Say, sir. So I didn't catch it. I said, fill up. He said, okay. By the time he finished filling up, so you know how they are filling up your car. You just say, let you just look at the meter.
You saw the and you thought it was the liters or
no, I didn't. I thought maybe 1 digit is maybe there's an extra digit. My car had fuel like a quarter tank. But by the time they finished selling, when I said how much is it, the guy said 25,000. I was the one that now did anything.
You are the one that was not shocked.
I was the one that was not shocked. So I now understood. That was when the flashback. I now understood why he was shocked when I said full tank. So I mean, it's the reality that we are in. So and God will help us. Yeah.
So
more comments. Oludare John, yeah, you're right. Okay, responding to Victor Silva's comment. Kingsley said, I will never be broke in this life. My brother, amen. Amen. No, please shout a big amen if you are there. Noble Sabaya said, Victor, when I'm broke, I don't even try walking into the grocery to avoid tears rolling down my cheeks.
Oh my goodness. No.
Rather, I want to get it at the roadside. My brother, but that's something that helps us survive. Nigerians, our ability to laugh at our problems is an uncommon virtue. It's very uncommon.
Yes.
Sometimes there's the bad part of it where people take advantage of you, but there's the good part. It helps us survive.
Yeah. I guess it's a way of detoxing.
Kingsley say, waiting carry me go grocery when I'm broke. You say blessing, you're right. You say poverty causes a lot. It causes a lot. It makes you go through a lot and come from a lot. Yeah, all right. So
okay,
over to you.
All right. So just some tips, right? And you can apply this as it's appropriate for you.
Yeah.
When it comes to finance matters, I mean, one thing is, if you cannot earn more, spend less, right?
You can hashtag that
Yes,
one.
yes,
If
yes.
you can't
If you can't earn
earn
more,
more,
spend less.
spend less.
So, or adopt a noble strategy and buy from
The road
side of the road,
side of the road.
where they'll give you at the price that you can handle, right? See what
Yeah.
that money can do for you, right? So
Yeah.
spend less. Then, if you can, try to earn more, right? Try to earn more. So either you start looking for a higher paying job. Some people get stuck on a job, right? Because they feel, hey, I got this job, and at the time I got it, it felt like this was an answer to prayer, and you're just stuck there. But there's room for you to explore and see if you can get a higher paying job, and also try to improve yourself so that you have higher value skills that will earn you more. Because I mean, sometimes maybe your skill level is such that you can't really get a job that has higher pay. But if you can spend some time learning and developing your skills, you may get
and I know
better
some
job.
people will say that things are tough, even to improve yourself requires money. That's the truth.
Yeah.
But right now there are so many things online things that are free. So look for the one that is at your level. I know somebody else is going to say, but bros, even the data self.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So because of that, at the end of the show, some people that data is your problem. If data is your problem, play the game that I will play. If data is not your problem, don't play. So as somebody that is looking for data, we look for it. So at the end of this, just before the end of this show, by the time we get halfway in, I will give you a hashtag, and we will use that hashtag to play a game that I can give data to at least 5 people. Use it and improve yourself. Find something online. That's just me doing giveaway.
And then the last tip I'll give on finance is investing. Invest your money so that your money can work for you. So while you spend your time working for money, some of the money you have earned will be working for you.
But
I mean, it's
but investing, how would that investing work now? Because some people are saying, if I even get salary, before the salary they land, the accounts don't suck up. Do you understand?
I understand. So it's
how
part of the cutting down on your expenses to try to save, no matter how little. I mean, there is what they call it, money market, that you can start with. I think 5,000 naira.
5,000 naira.
Yes.
But
so
you know,
little by little.
But people they look that 5K less. So people they look that 5K less.
Like it's too what?
How can I take 5K and go and save?
It's too small.
That is too small.
It's something. You start from somewhere. The 5K will earn you maybe 14%, and then by the time it's a few months, it has become 7K, and then it keeps growing, and then it becomes.
Especially if you keep adding to the 5K.
Yes, you just keep adding little by little. So you get the value. Your money works for you while you continue to work. Over time, hopefully, over time, you have been consistent enough to earn enough, as in that what the money is bringing for you, your money, it becomes significant. So that way, there's not so much pressure on you.
And just in case you are feeling like, Kai, these people don't understand that, how can you say invest 5K? Me too. I wish somebody told me that you can invest 5K. I didn't know. There was a time when, can I say this one? There was a time when in a whole week, like Monday to Friday, is 5K I'm making. Do you get? So when you make 5K in a week, for me, it will be like, how can somebody invest 5K? But that was my weekly salary. Do you understand? That was my weekly salary at a point in my life. But if somebody had told me then that when you make 5K inside 1 month, try and see if you can save 3K or 4K. At that time, some years back, by now, if I'd been saving 2K, do you understand? Per week or per month, it would have gone somewhere.
Yeah, saving and investing, right?
By saving, I mean there is investing.
Yeah.
By the time you're investing, it would go somewhere. But that's the mystery of compound effect.
Yeah.
Sometimes it looks insignificant, But the mystery of compounding is something that if you want to know how to do, we will find a way to let you know.
Okay.
I'm a coach now. I'm a coach. A certified
You're
coach.
very happy with
I'm
this.
very happy with my. That's part of the improving yourself now.
Yeah,
Yes,
you're right.
I'm a certified coach now. So if you want to learn how to improve yourself for chinking money so that you can make plenty money, I'm your friendly neighborhood coach. So don't worry, I got you.
Coach KGB.
Did you notice the look? I got you.
Okay. All right. So going over to family. Going over to family now. Going over to family. So family, you are not alone. That's just the baseline for family. The
Yeah.
fact that you are not alone, and you are not alone means that for somebody, right? You have made a commitment to them, so you have commitment.
But sorry, there's one of our old friends that is on the show
Who's
today.
that?
Shola Olayemi. We salute you, sir.
Hi, Shirley.
Surely. Surely is a big man.
Hello.
See, he even has evidence. Yeah. This Victor, he has evidence of.
Your own, no.
Okay, Shola. Hannah.
Hi, Shola. Yeah, I know you're remembering the
yes, the lactation Shola. All of us were like one back then. One, same, very straight line. Nothing is coming out, and then now we are trying to work on these things to stay. Don't tell them what I've been doing. Don't worry, that's part of my coaching. This thing, I will show you the result after. We are going somewhere to happen. Deborah said, even data they cost. We'll get to some of the comments. Please continue with what
family.
you're saying.
At this point, you are not alone. You have commitments. There are other people who need you, and they need you for different reasons. So family, they need you to be present.
Yeah.
They need you to call. They need you to provide. They need you to support. Right? They need you to listen.
Yeah, true.
They need you to witness what's happening in their lives. They need you to grow with them, right? And support them through all of that growth. And they need you to enjoy and celebrate life with them.
I hear you.
Right?
Yeah.
So you see that there's a lot that is required of you from family. They need you to be there in times of emergency. They need you to care for, help them recover after they've had a traumatic experience. So family is important. And the fact is that you have a commitment to family. So at times, family will make demands. And then you're looking at how do I manage the demands of family with the demand of finance? And at that point, it may become like, hey, how do I do this? So it's something that people need to think about. What's most critical? And like we said, you have to say at this point right now, what is most critical. And it's this part of the reason why who you work for is also really important. What's the value? That job that you're going to get, is it the kind that they'll say you come, you work, you are at our beck and call, regardless of what's happening in your life? In which case, for instance, there's an emergency at home and you cannot leave to go and take care of your family.
Yeah.
You understand? You have to check stuff like that. But I mean, places that are really considerate and have the best interest of not just you, their staff, but your family also at heart. When there is an emergency, they understand, and you'll be able to say that, hey, right now, my family needs me. And you will get that permission. By all means, go and care for your family and come back. But not everybody has that luxury.
That's the place I was going. Not everybody has that luxury. But well, we all learn to do the best with what we have. There are some comments that are coming up on YouTube. Shola says, to find a balance in your finances, identify where your money goes by keeping records of your spending. You see, that's if you can't earn more, spend less. That's what.
And check what you're spending and where you're spending.
Nobu added to it. He said, no go spend on belief. Don't be spending on belief on these days. Spend wisely. Spend wisely.
Toby Kings on IG says, asking for a friend, how do you balance the expectations that come from family? We're going to get there.
Jimoski said, Jimoski, how far? He says, right now, only salary can't sustain. I agree with you, my brother. You need plenty things. Only salary can't sustain. Shola, thank you for these tips that you're dropping. It's hot. He says, before you spend money, ask 4 questions. Do I need it?
Mm.
Do I love it?
Mm.
Do I like it?
Mm-hmm.
Do I want it?
Mm.
Me, Shola, I will add 1
Mm-hmm.
to this 5.
Mm.
Can I do without it?
Mm.
So even if I may need it, I may love it, I may like it, I may want to, I just check. If I can do without it, let's find alternative. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, but Shola, these are very critical
Yes, thanks
chips.
Shola, for sharing those.
Chinedi says share, sir.
Okay, Shola is
says,
on the road.
Shola is on the road. Yeah.
Learn to identify what you
Need,
need, what your needs, loves, likes, and wants are, and focus more on your needs. Yes, if you have a lot more surplus, you can spend on things you love.
Thank you,
Shola.
like, thank you, Shola.
Yeah.
KJ said, person spent 2K for 2 weeks and was disappointed in himself because he felt he spent recklessly. Man, that guy, please, Kingsley, if you know that guy, tell him he has a talent. He should talk to me so that we can package a business on how to survive. You know, there's that guy that they always do cartoon, how to survive on 2K for 2 weeks. He needs to release a book. In fact, he should talk to me. Let's package an ebook on how to survive for 2 weeks with 2K. Please, Kingsley, tell the guy to reach out to me. Thank you.
You start by checking everywhere you're going or get a bicycle.
John Jerry just enter mathematics very quickly. He said, invest 1K, multiply by 365 days. That's 365K. He has entered mathematics. No surprise. He said, but here in Nigeria, I don't think there's any less thing again. No. Ordinary quality shirt is someone 1 month salary. No good job that pays better, and still things are 5 times costlier. That no, but what you're saying is very key. Ordinary quality shirt is somebody's 1 month salary. You are not lying, but you see, there's that quality shirt. The same quality shirt, if you buy it from Ebano, can be your 1 month salary. If you buy it from Alade Market, it's a different price. If you buy it from Balogun, it's a different price. If you buy it from Mandalas, it's a different price. And then if you now go further and get very close to border, it's a different price. From Ajangbadi.
One time, you know, this thing that Shola was saying, where you have to check where your money is going, right? We did that. And then we saw, okay, groceries, you know, food stuff and stuff was taking a lot. So we now did an Excel spreadsheet where we put the different places where we get supplies from. Ebano, Balogun, one other place. I think it was Jatonde Market. So I can't remember what we had, like 4 on the list. And then we had all the things we usually buy and then their prices in each of the locations. Can you imagine? So that we will know what to buy from where. Because you know how the shops mix some, you know, so that it's as if, okay, is there really a change? We have to check. You
know, Noble asked a question that this thing you said now just answered. She says, at Shola, would you need to get a book now to make records? Please enlighten me more. We got Excel.
Yes, Excel
spreadsheet and made records. See, there was a time in our life where we were checking, you know how you go to shop to go and buy something and then they do printout. We used to collect the printout. You know, sometimes you collect printout and just, you know, just squeeze it. And see, we'll collect printout and gather it. You come to my office, we see just printout. We see that, write it out, put it on Excel, and we are checking. This one that we bought from Ibano. The one we bought last month, there's 200 naira difference. No, that 200 naira, when you put it into 10 products, it's 2K.
Yes, and you know, we were able to even track, as we were tracking someone that we knew when the supermarkets were increasing
their prices. Exactly. You know, sometimes you go there, you not know when they have increased price.
Yes.
But we were tracking, we were knowing when they were increasing. So we say, don't buy from the Ebano that is in this place. Buy from the other one because this one has increased their price. That time they were not all on the computer. You understand? And or sometimes we say, don't buy this thing from this place. You know, John will testify. We say, don't buy from Ebano. Let's go to Blanco. It's cheap. These things are cheaper.
So for like who was asking?
Noble.
I was the one maintaining the book where every expense went in there. So if he goes out, comes back, he'll give me all the receipts and I'll document it. So at the end of the month, we have complete records to use to analyze. It helps you to see where you're wasting money so you can make adjustments. So Kingsley asked a question. He said, how do you manage the demands of family?
I think to help him, I can answer that question, though, but to help him, I know John is on this call. I saw him. John, John was a single when he was with us before he left, and he's now offshore in Port Harcourt. He's now in Port Harcourt. So John, I know you are there. You can answer this question for Kingsley. So you can answer the question. And
what did I see? Diamonds and Pearls is on IG.
Diamonds
and they said 200 naira will buy Indomie. Interesting. Thank you so much for joining the call.
So it's interesting. John, you can help him answer that question very quickly. How do you deal with family demands? If you are online, John, and you want to call, we can send you the link. You can just call and just help. Let's discuss these family issues, because you were a single when you were working with us, and even though you're still working with us now in a different capacity there in Port Harcourt, but you were a single. Now you are married, and now you are dealing with both your own family and extended family. You know how Nigeria be. As a single guy, now only one side they pull you. But the moment you say I do, you are doing a lot more for other people. But that's not to put it in a bad light anyway. But it's our community, because it's community really that comes together for you in the times when you need them the most. So how do you deal with the pressure of family? John, I want you to take up that challenge. If you're online, please join us backstage and let's discuss. The link is in the group. Go ahead.
So while we wait for John to come with his power-packed answer, I'll mention one of the things that you can do on this family and taking care of the demand of family. One thing to do is to be need focused, right? Because you will not always have the time. I mean, your family needs you to be there, but you won't always have the time. You won't always have the money. You won't always have everything that your family needs when they need it, right? Or that your family wants. But what you need to do is to be need focused. If your resources are limited, be need focused. What does my family need right now? Who needs my attention right now? What kind of attention do they need right now? We have these things that people have asked for. Which of these things that we need to spend money on is a need
right now?
Yes. So you can now use that and weigh it against the money you have available, right? And then see, okay, how can we meet? Let's meet the needs first. So that at each point you are addressing what is most crucial, and at least each person has gotten what they need from you. And then from there, you can now, if you have enough leftover, you can now start considering the ones, just like Shola was saying. So it is a need-based existence, right? You're in the office, even though somebody may have wanted you to stay at home with them and chill, but hey, you need to go to the office and work so that you will earn money that you can use to take care of them. So at that point, because it's not just because it's not a need, as in the staying with me just so that we chill together is not a need, right? But if it is someone is sick and needs to go to the hospital, at that point, your time is a need, because there's nobody else take the person to the hospital and so on. So it's a situation where you have to call in and let people know what emergency you are dealing with on the home front. So need focused approach is very important when you're talking about family. The same thing, you may have a pull from one family member here, another family member, especially when you're taking care of people in your extended family. One person is asking for something, another person is asking for something. Do you just say, oh, this one asked first, so let me give, and this one asked more, let me give? No, you have to actually check what is the need. One person may be asking for money just to buy something, or just to do small party for their birthday. But someone else may need money for something crucial, like a medical bill or something.
And you have to pick and choose. Now you can't just be except you have the money very plenty. But even if you have, because I have a friend that the guy has plenty money, but then it's as if the more money you have, the more the thing They are they are holding your name.
Because we have more expectations
Yes,
now when you have more money. That's just how
so
things are. That's how we are
you
human
still,
beings.
no matter where you are, you still have to pick and choose. So
Because there's
let
a
me
way someone will give you money, you'll be like,
let me run through. Yeah,
okay.
You'll be like, what?
You'll be like, so this is the only thing he could give.
Meanwhile,
And he walks in, or
yeah,
she walks in, or
and you don't know that there are many
Yeah.
other people that are looking for that small thing, because somebody one day sent me and said it's only 15K. I say, it's only 15K. Do you know that there are 10 other people that are there? If I give them only 15K, it's 150K. How much is my salary? Do you understand? It's 150K. So sometimes you also have to be patient. You have to be patient with people that you think have. They too are going through a lot. Do you understand? Everybody's trying to find this balance. The comments are burning up. John is backstage. John, let me bring John up while we're taking some of the comments.
Okay.
Yeah, John, can you hear us?
Yes. Good evening. Thank you for having me. I heard my name. I heard my name. When I heard my name, I had to just enter the other room.
Okay. All right, John.
Okay. In answering,
share with Kingsley a little on how you are dealing with the pressures of family, both in what they call nuclear family and extended family.
John,
because you went from a young man to
a
responsible man.
John, sharp.
Because we have a lot to to take here. So the floor is yours.
Okay. Sharp. Let me just say this before I got into this. Okay, before I got into this family settings, I already have the formula to share which one goes to which one and which one goes to extended and which one goes to my small nuclear family. But the way I usually handle mine is to start from inward out. Start with my own family first, because these other people is when they call you is that they started with their own problem. Is when their own problem hits them, that's when they will call you, because you too have your own problem. So I will see how can I solve my own problem first. When I solve my problem, what is the remaining strength that is in me? I can now shift it to extended to say, okay, what can I solve for you? If it is emergency, or if it is very high, I can take what I can take and leave the rest. You just like PK will always say, disappoint them at the level they can take, right? Yes, I know if I disappoint them, they will not cry too much. I will just go. So that's how I handle my own extended family, because the extended family is no one. There are plenty. They are like both your own side. You would think about your own extended family. That's from your own parents' side. There's also your wife's parents' side also. So when you calculate all these people, and their own parents' side have their father and their mother, so the extended family is not small. The lineage is long. So you just have to think of how you will solve their problem, because they will always come and they will not stop coming. So for me, I think I always try to do it inward out.
Inward out, yes, that's what you.
I think Jimoski and Toby are online, and so let's just take them 1 minute and let's see. Either they have questions or they have contributions they want to make. All right. Jimoski, you're up.
Bye.
Good evening, guys. It's been a while, long time no see.
Yeah.
Okay,
Very happy to hear your voice.
I'm not here to shake table, so don't be afraid. I'm now a return born again.
Okay.
All right. So this is my own take about the whole issue. And to be honestly speaking, finance is very important in everything we are doing. It's very, very, very important. And sometimes the challenge we guys are facing at times is that balance we are looking for. So some of people will think that you don't want to settle down, but you don't know that you have not yet getting the balance here. So you find yourself you are in a relationship where, okay, if you go to the Amusement park, there's something they have where if one person is sitting up, then the thing will be going up, the other one will be going down. If one person is sitting down, the other one, the thing will be going up, something like so. You find out that's the kind of relationship we are in. Either the guy is financially okay, but the girl, nothing she is doing that we support. Or either you find out if the girl is financially okay, she's looking for the guy that is financially okay as well. So you find out that the balance is not there at all. So it like they are looking for who is financially okay. If a woman have her own money and she's independent, she's looking for the guy is independent that have his own money. Why you guy, if you have your own money, if you are looking for the one that have money, you will not see it as well at times. So that's the challenge we are having most times. So that balance is what some of us are facing outside. We have not been able to do the yes I do. It's not like maybe we just love to be messing around or we just love to be single. No, we understand that two hands are better and two heads are better than one. But in a case is this, I tell people that if I want to get married, I would prefer to take my marriage counsel from someone who been into a marriage from 10 years below. My reason is this. I don't want someone who been there for 30 years to start telling me how they started 30 years ago. The value of Naira 30 years ago is not the value now. I'm not saying it's a wrong idea. You cannot tell me that me and my husband we used to eat 5,000 naira for a month. Now, even 5,000 naira cannot manage you for an hour, the system we are in. So if I want to take my counsel, I would prefer to use somebody that is just getting to marry the system now. Someone that can tell me, this is how I've been doing, this is how I've been doing, and this is how I've been working. Not someone that will tell me that I used to kneel down to give my husband my phone. If my husband slap my left ear, I give my right ear. Now this girl, as you are raising your hand, they are bringing cutouts for you too as well. So the system we are in is changed. So we need to be able to inform ourselves in the system. Now I asked a question to you, Mr. KJ. When you say you are collecting 5,000 weekly, I want to know the time you are collecting that 5,000 weekly, were there data, were there a smartphone? Probably yes or no. But the point I'm making,
it's not a long time ago. This is
okay.
This is like 2012, 2013. There was smartphone, there was data, there was internet.
Exactly.
2012,
So there was there was smartphone, there was data, there was internet, but then the prices of things were not expensive compared to now. I hope you agree with me.
I know the price of things were not expensive compared to now, but that's the same way we also back then were struggling. Okay, for example, there was the Great Depression. I know you know about the Great Depression, right? There was inflation. The people that existed at that time, there's nothing you will say now to convince them that you are having a harder time than they had, because it's still the value of money and the quality of life. Time. That's what inflation really is. So right now, you're having the value of money and the value. So maybe at that time, what my 5,000 is at that time, right now, maybe it's 10,000, but it's still the same thing because it's value of time, quality of life.
Okay, I agree with you on that. I agree because as that time you mentioned 2012, my career I was earning I think 40K a month, and to me 40,000 was like 400K then. Where I was a big boy then. And now if you want to offer me 100K a month in salary now, I will be walking away from your office. So
you just close the door and say we are not doing.
So I understand your point, but all I'm just want to say is that the ladies out there should try and help us to balance this thing. I beg. We want to do yes I do. Help us balance this thing. Look for something you will do. If your certificate cannot provide you a job, learn work, get something that you can do so that if the guy is coming, the guy will know say you can add value and add balance to this matter. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, Jimoski. So, ladies, I hope you hear the plea. Oh, Jimoski is playing. He's playing. We are quickly running out of time. The people that I promised that I was going to give data, the hashtag is only data. Only data. If you use the hashtag only data, I will do a draw, and at the end of the show, and I will I'm offering data to like 5 people. Only data is the hashtag only data. Okay. So if you want to take part in the raffle draw, hashtag only data.
So just
Right.
make a comment and include only data. Okay.
Yes, any comment you make include only data.
So
Yes.
Toby,
over to you.
Toby, 1 minute. High point.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So clear, straight to the point. I'm asking a question. It's a question, not a contribution, and I'm really asking for a friend. Now, I have this female friend who is doing. She's doing well for herself, but she's the last born. Okay, she's in a family of five. And she's the last, but apparently she's carrying the weight of the whole family. Okay. She just has a mom, no dad. So she's the one paying the rent for her mom, paying the rent for, I think, yeah, one or two of her siblings. Now she's that, should I say, I won't say gullible. I think she's that emotional towards family. You get, so she's carrying the weight of these guys on her shoulder, right? So when she called me and complained to me, I tried, I did the best I could to advise her, but I mean, she will be listening to this because afterwards I'm going to send her the link so she listens. So please, you'd advise her on what to do and how to handle it, because when she listens to it, she will know you guys are addressing her case. So
Okay.
that's just a question.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
So I'll take the first stab and then my husband will finish it off. You have to think of what cultural context you want. Okay.
Mm.
So if she wants to stick to the Nigerian, the African cultural context, which is one that is communal, which is one where we support the people that are in our family, right? Then she can continue with that, right? But the important thing is, while you are doing that, still consider the fact that you have to also care for yourself. So don't do it to the extent that you neglect yourself, you neglect your own needs, and then one day you get to the point where you feel betrayed because maybe the people you have spent your life supporting are now independent, they don't need you anymore and they moved on, or they don't give you the kind of support that you expect from them when you need it, and then you say, hey, after all I've done for you, and you start feeling like they cheated you
Mm.
or like they let you down or they disappointed you and stuff like that. So you have to manage your expectations in the process, right? If you're giving, give to the extent that you are not looking at them as if they owe you.
Yeah.
You really have to keep that in mind so that down the line you don't hold it against them. Now if you want to, you can now explore. But the good thing is that, as you give, most of the time you get something back in the form of support at
Mm.
some point in your life, or just the sense of loyalty. All of that, it's a cultural context. But there are
Yeah.
some other cultural contexts. There's the Western ideology, the way they go about it,
Mhm.
which is take care of yourself and your immediate family. And then if you try, maybe you take care of your parents to some extent, and then everybody else is on their own. They should go and sort themselves out. After all, you did something to get to where you are. You did something to be able to take care of yourself. They should also go and find something to do.
Mm.
So it's a more self-centered approach, right? But then I guess what it does for them is that you take complete responsibility for yourself. And so in that model, you will now have to say, in the future, if I were to need help,
Yeah.
I have to set the systems that will give me the help that I'll need. I can't depend on my family to come and help me because I didn't help them when they needed me for this financial support
Or
or
for
that
that,
other stuff.
yeah.
Yes. So choose the context and then make sure that you are happy with the context you've chosen and then work in line with it. But first and foremost, please, you have to make sure that your own needs are taken care of so that you don't get bitter in the
And
future.
I would maybe the first thing I would have to tell her
Mhm.
is to tell her to just first of all breathe. Right. And in saying that, I am providing a context. Trust me, if you are not alive, you won't have any needs. Hello.
Mhm.
Because if you drop down now, everybody that is calling your phone, that is calling your, that is making, you are the only, in fact, somebody sent me a message and say you are the only savior that I have. I say it's not true. And in all humility, it's not true. I'm not the only savior. Yes, I can do what I can do, but see, if I drop dead now, you will pick up the same phone, you will call somebody else and tell them they are the only savior, that your last savior just died, but means that they are the only savior. So the first thing I'm saying is, the first thing is that please breathe. You have to survive first before you can help any other. In aviation, when you enter the plane, they tell you if this plane has issues, there's turbulence, and the oxygen max drops down, you need to first do what? You say, if they say, even if you are carrying a baby, first of all, do what? Help yourself. Put the mask on your face, and then do what? Before you now put for the baby or others. See, other people are babies that are looking at you for support. You have to find out, am I surviving first? Am I breathing? Am I able to survive? If I am surviving first, then you can now find out, how many babies can I help? Because it is a game in this system that we are in, finding the balance. It's a game of needs and wants.
Yes, and on that note, I would like to ask you to move to the game, because time is
up.
I'm serious. So
you can tell her to send it. Maybe in addition, if she wants more, you can tell her to, after the show, she should do a comment. She should do a comment on the show. Send her, when you send her the link, ask her to do a comment on the show. We need to do the game. Get down to the draw. Get down to the draw. My brother, it's true. Emmanuel Ishaya is very true. I'm a witness plenty times. He says, is it possible to give and not feel betrayed when the one you gave it did not show support when you need it? My brother, it happens a lot.
That's why you have to measure what can you give.
Yes.
If you are giving, if somebody's telling you, give me money, a certain amount, and that, as you're giving the person, you're feeling like, man, this is my life I'm giving to you.
Yes.
Like you owe me. Then you've already set yourself up to be bitter in the future.
Exactly.
Because if they don't now come through to you with something of serious value when you need it, you're going to feel like, after what I did for you, see how you didn't show up for me when I needed you. So measure what you're giving.
Yes.
So that you don't put yourself in that position where you start becoming bitter. Okay.
All right.
So draw time.
It's time for the
Let
draw.
the drum roll.
Please, can you see my screen? If you can see the screen, please type 111. Can they see the screen? Can you see the screen?
Yes, they can see the screen.
You can see the screen now, right? Yes.
So.
We're about to do the draw. Can they see the screen?
If you can see the screen.
If you can see the screen, type 111.
Yes, we can see the screen.
All right. So the draw is going to start now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw. Some people will not get it because they were doing. We said only data, no space. But some people are putting space.
This is Ojoro.
Kingsley F. Young. You are coming to come and win data. Kingsley F. Are you sure you don't have data? I don't believe you, but we'll put you as number 1. Yes. Who is number 2? Number 2. 1, 2, go. Yeah.
No,
definitely not. Disregard. How can it was because I was that chat you made them that I tried to say this is how you should write it, you know. Chivik. Right. Okay, so maybe one more because we are really out of time. Yes. One more. Who will it be? So Chivik is another winner. Who will it be? Jerry Oludare. Yes. Jerry Oludare. That will be it. I was hoping that someone new would win. Should I try one more?
Don't try one more. We'll just add the 2 new people. And
No, but we have the 2 new people. We have Noble Surprises,
No.
Noble Surprises, and who? Noble Surprise, and there was one other person at the beginning. We'll check,
Okay,
and we will
get
send
to
it to
you.
them. Yes.
So thank
Yes,
you so much.
Victoria Damilola.
Victoria
Damilola.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you very much. First timer. All
Okay.
right. So we're back, and
we're wrapping this up.
We are wrapping
so to
this
wrap
up,
I'll
yes.
just say this, okay? Remember that you have to keep adjusting to make sure that your life and the things that are important to you stay upright and steady.
In balance.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. If you cannot earn more,
spend less.
That's
You like that part?
I like that one. I like that
part.
part.
Spend less.
Yes.
And remember, need focused approach.
Yes.
Yes. So thank you to everyone who has joined us
today
on IG, on YouTube, on Facebook. Yes, we're so happy that you're part of the show today, and we look forward to the next time when we meet again to discuss the issues that concern all of us.
And please, for those of you that want the giveaway, we have your handles. Please do us a favor and use the handle that you use to log on to send a comment during once this show is up, so that we can get to you privately. We don't want you posting your numbers online.
Yes.
Right. So just use the handles you use to send a comment after the live show. You will see the comment section after the live show, because this is the live chat angle. So thank you for joining us today.
Yep.
And as we always say,
remember, common sense is
not so common.
Good night.
Good
Bye.
night.
See you
Good
next
night.
time.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Our IG people. Thank you so much for joining us for the show. I mean, it's been quite interesting. Hello, husband. Say hi.
Thank you once again for joining us. We hope you got great value today. Our goal is to bring you valuable information to help you make better decisions in your life and relationships. Please do not forget to subscribe, share, and like.